Hello everyone, I am Mitali Bhagavati, Assistant Professor from Krishnakanta Handikar State Open University, Assam. Today we will be discussing Unit 5, that is Social Institution, Family, Education and Religion of the paper Social and Political Philosophy. This unit will be discussed in 3 videos, and in today's video it will be on the concept of social institution, meaning and definition. Now let's begin the video with a general understanding of society. The term society is derived from the Latin word socius, which means companionship or friendship. Companionship means sociability. A man cannot think of living in isolation without other. So, society is a place of fulfilling desire, imagination, planning, aspiration, vision, etc. Without a society, an individual is incomplete. Therefore, the nature of human society is linked with the issue of the relationship of man and society. According to Aristotle, man is a social animal by nature. By this, it is asserted that a man who does not live in a society is either a beast or God. The statement, man is a social animal, involves some important questions like in what sense is man a social animal? What is the nature of our dependence upon society? What type of relation exists between individual and the social system? This integrate fabric of human society, woven from various relationships, institutions, and cultural traits, has captivated scholars across disciplines. Sociologists, anthropologists, psychologists, and philosophers grapple with its complexity, recognizing that the shared norms, structures, and symbolic system not only guide individual action but also emerge from and evolve through collective human interaction. So human societies are characterized by patterns of relationship, institutions, and shared cultural elements that shape the interactions and behaviors of individuals within the group. Some key aspects of human society include: number 1, social structure. Human society are organized into hierarchies, roles, and institutions that govern the distribution of power, resources, and responsibilities among individuals and groups. Secondly, we can talk about culture, the shared belief, the values, norms, customs, and practices that are transmitted through socialization and shape the worldview and behavior of individuals within a society. Thirdly, there is language and communication, the development of use of verbal and non-verbal communication, systems that enable the exchange of ideas, feelings, and information among members of society. Fourthly, there is cooperation and conflict. Human society exhibit both cooperative and competitive behaviors as individuals and groups work together to achieve common goals or compete for any kind of resources and power. We can also talk about social change, that human societies are dynamic and undergo changes over time due to factors such as technological advancements, economic shifts, and political and cultural exchanges. Sixthly, we can also talk about diversity. Human societies are characterized by a wide range of cultural and linguistic religious diversity, which can lead to both enrichment and tension within the different individuals in the society. There is adaptation and resilience. Human society have demonstrated the ability to adapt to changing environmental, social, and economic conditions and to recover from crises and challenges. So, understanding the nature of human society is crucial for understanding social issues, promoting social cohesion, and fostering positive social change. It requires an interdisciplinary approach that takes into account the complex interplay of historical, cultural, economic, and political factors that shape the lives of individual and society. Now, let us try to understand the concept of social institution. Social institutions are stable, valued, recurring patterns of behavior that help maintain the structure of a society. They are the organized system of beliefs, values, roles, and norms that guide human behavior and interaction within a particular area of social life. Social institutions are essential for the functioning and stability of a society, as they provide a framework for individuals to interact in general. In common language, we often use the word institution in a very loose way to mean different things. For example, we call a school an educational institution, a bank financial institution. An institution in sociology has a much broader meaning and scope than what we commonly mean by an institution, such as educational institution, financial education, etc. So by institution, we mean a system of social arrangements that guide the behavior of person in a society in prescribed ways and in important areas of social life. They are devised by the people in a society and continue for generations so as to ensure smooth functioning of the society. We may describe an institution as a socially established and approved way of doing things. In other words, we can define an institution as an organized way of doing things. Social institutions are cultural patterns grouped about the central need of man in society. We have learned that in a society there are some rules and established patterns of behavior that provide guidelines for behavior. These norms, that is the standard form of behavior and values, guide how people should behave and perform their roles in society. In words of Francis E. Merrill, institutions are more regularized and formal and hence differ from other patterns. The needs they meet, the values they serve, or the directions they provide are also important that every society organizes institutional behavior more formally than the lesser important behavior. In a sense, this code is highlighting that institutions are highly formalized structure because they fulfill vital functions and embody key values for a society. Their significance makes it necessary for societies to organize and regulate institutional behavior through formal rules, procedures, etc. Institutions shape the core fabric of a society, so formalizing and regulating them is seen as an essential to maintain order, meet societal need, and uphold critical values and norms. Thus, the short-lived patterns such as dancing, talking, and passive dress fashion fades away and they are not an institution. On the other hand, some behavior patterns become very much regularized and patterned, fulfill some basic social needs, as for example marriage. Marriage fulfills the basic social need of birth, regulated sex relation, and mutual social economical relation between spouses, so that the behavior related to this become patterned and regularized in society. Marriage is thus an institution. Institutions are thus more enduring than other patterns of behavior. Hence, institutions are the established behavioral procedures or patterns of behavior that are recognized by the society and fulfill some basic needs of the society. In every society, and it fulfills some basic needs of the society. In every society, some institutions are universally prevalent. These are like family, kinship, marriage, economy, and political institution. In other words, these are reflected in the expected procedures of behavior and the behavior itself. Institutions are interrelated. For example, the Special Marriage Act 1954 is an outcome of the Indian Parliament, which is a political institution. This act is an example of political institution. This act is related to the institution of marriage. Practice and customs related to institution may change over time or vary from society to society, but some institutions are found nearly everywhere and it is in all times. The family is a classic example of an institution. It is found in all societies and has always existed in some form or the other. This brings us to the concept of association. An association is a group of people, whereas an institution refers to a procedure or way of functioning of a particular group. The common way in which we describe an institution is that it is a socially established and approved way of doing things. In society, every group has its own value which it holds as very important, and most of the group activities are centered around them. These activities, through repetition, get established as patterns of behavior which are regarded by the group members as proper and appropriate. Any departure or deviations is regarded as serious offense. Thus, a certain way of doing or performing a certain activity in society is formalized and thus becomes an institution. The term institution has been defined in different ways by different thinkers. According to John Searle, institutions are systems of constitutive rules. These systems specify new forms of reality which then enable and constrain the behavior of the participants. Here, Searle views institution as systems of rules that create new social realities and regulate human behavior within those realities. Institutions assign functions and meaning that don't exist naturally. According to Emile Durkheim, an institution is any more or less organized, durable set of rules and procedures accepted by individuals whose preference and rational calculations to some degree they contradict. Again, another thinker, Mary Douglas, says that institutions construct the actors capable of transforming rules into behavior and behavior into rules. Douglas sees institution as shaping the actors who then reinforce and who participate the institutional rules through their actions. Another thinker, Anthony Giddens, says institutions by definition are the more enduring features of social life. Giddens highlights the durability and the persistence of institutions as key defining feature. Again, there are many definitions that emphasize institutions as rule-based, enduring social structures that shape human behavior and social reality in significant ways. Now, there are two other thinkers, McVeigh and Pace, that define institution as established forms of procedure, characteristics of group activity. According to Ginsberg, social institution may be described as recognized and established uses governing the relation between individual and groups. Thus, these thinkers have used the term in a limited manner to mean only the rules of procedure that govern associations or groups. Some other thinkers use the term institution in a broader way to include both the structure as well as the forms of procedure. It is in this sense that most of us refer to the family, the government, college and the university as an institution. Social institutions are normative structures. Through these institutions, the central activities centering around the family, education, the economy and polity and religion are performed. Social institutions are patterns that direct the behavior of human beings in their manifold activities. So in this unit, we will learn the norms that integrate in such a way that certain important functions of society are fulfilled. Thus we have economic institution, political institution, religious institution, family, marriage, kinship, etc. in every society. The more complex and differentiated a society becomes, the more varied its institutions become. Each of these institutions comprises certain set of norms and values that guide the behavior of people. So, learners, till this point of the video, we have tried to understand the general meaning of society, the nature of human beings as a social being. We have also talked about society and social institution, and finally the meaning and definition of social institution is also been discussed. This unit deals with family, education, religion as a social institution, which will be discussed in the next two videos of this unit. So let us revisit the concept of institution once again. There are some important characteristics of social institution. Like social institutions are collective in nature. Social institutions are systems of social arrangements that guide the behavior of person in society in a prescribed way in the important areas of social life. They are devised by the people in a society and continue for generations so as to ensure smooth functioning of the society. Social institutions are universal. These are found in all kind of societies at all points of time. Institutions are means of satisfying the basic social need of individual. They are cultural instruments through which human beings obtain their material, social and cultural satisfaction. Institutions are relatively permanent in their content and abstract in nature. Different institutions are interrelated. In the next two videos of this unit, the various institutions, structures and what is happening in each of these central activities will be discussed in details. Now, let us try to understand social institutions and enduring structures that play crucial roles in organizing human behavior and shaping societies. For example, family, education, religion are among the most fundamental social institutions. What is a family? It is a primary socialization agent teaching basic values, norms and social skills to the individuals. It provides emotional support, economic support, cooperation and emotional cooperation and cultural transmission, evolving family structures, work-life balance and challenging gender roles. And if we talk about education as a social institution, we see that education imparts knowledge, skills and fosters critical thinking. It is a secondary socialization preparing individuals for broader social roles. Education has the potential for developing the individual's personality. However, educational inequality and are debatable and there are very much challenges in the inequalities of educational institution. Education as a social institution is a structured system that transmits knowledge, skills, values and culture across generation, playing a pivotal role in societal development and individual growth. It serves as a secondary socialization agent after the family, teaching children to interact in larger interpersonal setting while passing down societal values and civic responsibilities. Schools impart academic knowledge, fostering critical thinking and prepare the individual child for the workforce. However, it faces ongoing philosophical debates about its purpose. The best teaching method, for example, is debatable, and how to ensure equity. Contemporary challenges include the digital divide, the balancing standardization with personification, and adapting to globalization. As an institution, education both reflects societal values and inequalities and holds the potential to transform them, making it a critical focus for philosophers, educators and all the policymakers aiming to create just, informed and thriving societies. We should also consider religion as a social institution which offers moral frameworks, explanation for existential questions and communal bonds. Religion influences culture, art and sometimes law and politics. It can be a source of both social cohesion and conflict. However, balancing religious freedom with secular governance, adapting to scientific advancements can help us grow. So learners, today we have learned about what a social institution means, what are its definition and characteristics, and also we have tried to introduce the three basic social institutions, that is family, education and religion. In the next two videos of this unit, we'll have a detailed understanding of these three kinds of social institutions and how they are interconnected and how they influence our individual's life. So thank you very much for sticking to the end of this video. See you in the next video.